Oh man, I'm gonna wait and eat this.
Bro, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just
Bro, what? What are you doing?
Eat my cake.
You can't eat cake. Come on.
What do you mean?
It's almost summer, man. You gotta get your summer body, man. You gotta get in shape. Let's go for a summer body. Here, this is better for you. This is banana, and here's an orange. Eat that.
Look at this banana.
Just eat that.
What do you? Look at it.
Man, get this out of here. Let's go, man. Summer shake. Let's go work out. Hey guys, welcome to another Rodney O Weekly, and it is the month of May, and the sun is out, it is warm, and we got spring fever in the air. You know, last week me and my family went to Santa Cruz, we went to the beach, we enjoyed the sunshine, we enjoyed the water, and it made me think about something. It made me think about how a lot of you, like me, are trying to get prepared for summer by getting our bodies in shape, by getting that summer body in shape so you look good for the season. And so there's a lot of fitness guys out there, a lot of fitness channels of personal trainers and instructions on how to exercise and how to lose fat, how to lose belly fat and all of that sort of stuff. But I want to kind of leave you guys with three main things, that you can use to help you get into summer shape and get your summer body. Number one, eat for physique. You know, our immediate reaction to wanting that summer body is to stop eating, right? Or we eat a little bit of food and not a lot. You know, we kind of restrict ourselves of food. And I understand that because, you know, the common sense says, I want to lose weight, so I'm not going to eat as much, so I won't gain weight. But that can be a mistake. And so the first thing you want to do is you kind of want to know your body type. You want to know what kind of body type you have because that will determine your approach to losing this weight that you need to lose. And so there's ectomorph, which is kind of like a lean and long physique. There's endomorph, which is your bigger, high body fat, usually pear-shaped. You kind of hold on to your fat a little bit more. And then there's mesomorph, which is the muscular, well-built, high metabolism type of physique that you have. And so if you're lean, you know, or if you're smaller and you want to get more muscle for summer, well, then you want to do the opposite. You don't want to eat less, you want to eat more because you want to build muscle, and so you need fuel to do that, and you also need to combine it with exercise. But let's stick with food right now. And so the trick is you need to eat for the physique that you want. And food is a tough subject. You know, the mindset that people have usually when you talk about restricting food or not eating certain types of food, you know, the mindset is like, what? I can't eat what I want to eat. I can't have these things that I want to have, but I like this type of food, right? And that should be the wrong mindset because you kind of want to stay away from fast food, but it's okay to have some once in a while. And it's kind of what I call and what the industry calls IIFYM, if it fits your macros. And what that means is as you determine what you can eat and how many calories you're supposed to have per day, if it fits in that calorie intake and if it fits under the protein guidelines you have for yourself, the carbohydrates, the fats, then you can go ahead and enjoy that. So it's just not going out and splurging and eating in abundance, but it's eating under certain parameters. But I want people to have the freedom to eat what they want and not think that they have to be restricted. Now, one thing that happens is our palate begins to change, right? We begin to adapt. And so when I'm out there, and I have a sweet tooth myself, and when I'm eating a lot of bad foods, guess what happens? I want more of it, right? Because I'm enjoying it. But then the moment that I decide, you know what, let me cut back, I need to restrict myself, maybe just have that one little dessert, that one little thing that's sweet, that can satisfy my sweet tooth and move on, I do a lot better because I adapt to that. So the cleaner the calories with fruits, veggies, whatever it may be, are best. But again, you can have your treats as well. One tool that's great that I've used is MyFitnessPal. And MyFitnessPal I used in order to get ready for my summer body 1 year by going from 205 all the way down to about 175, 174. Now it took some time, so that's kind of the bad news. It's going to take some time if you do it right. But MyFitnessPal is great for tracking your foods that you want to eat and tracking your calorie intake. It does everything for you. You plug in your age, you plug in how active you are, and it will tell you how many calories you're supposed to have for each day. And then you just kind of log all your food so you can track your progress, and it's built for success. I highly suggest that you use something like MyFitnessPal, and there's other ones out there, but that's a great app to use. One of the bad things is it takes a lot of time. You know, they suggest that you just drop about 1 pound to maybe 1.5 pounds a week. Now, if you have a goal of 30 or 40 pounds, yes, the bad news is you probably won't lose all that by this summer. If you do, it's not great that you do that because it means it's a drastic caloric drop and you probably won't be in the best condition for you to even enjoy the summer. But the good news is that you get a head start and you build some habits that can last a long time. And so I suggest going ahead and using MyFitnessPal, using these apps, logging your food, don't forget drinks, and tracking your progress. I once had a friend who I checked on and said, hey, are you tracking your progress? And he said, you know what, I stopped putting my food in. And I said, how can you track your progress? And he told me, I eat the same thing every day, so why would I log it in? Now that's not a good excuse. You don't want to do that because then you're not tracking your progress, and guess what happened? He gave up and stopped all his progress. So you want to stay on track, you want to eat for your physique. If you need to gain weight or look more ripped because you're lean, then you want to eat more. But if you want to drop some unwanted fat, guess what? Go ahead and use something like MyFitnessPal and drop the weight safe and naturally.
That was a good workout. Whew. Can't wait to dig into this. All right.
Bro.
What?
Are you kidding me, right?
Bro, like...
You just sat here and got on my case for having one piece. You're
I know-
gonna sit here and eat the whole thing to yourself?
I know what I said, but it's a cheat meal. It's my cheat meal, bro.
Where was my cheat meal?
Bro, I'm in better shape than you. You didn't get one.
No.
Bro, I want my cake,
You
bro.
can't have your
Bro,
cake.
I want my cake.
You can't-
Bro,
no.
that's my...
There's your cake. There's your cake. Subscribe.
Like he said.
And the last thing I want to say about food is my phrase about a race. You know, I always use a metaphor about a race. Don't quit the race just because the finish line is farther than you expected. You know, if you hear this and you say, you know what, I wanted to drop 20 pounds in a month, and I'm telling you that's not sustainable and not good. I mean, you can do it, but I wouldn't suggest it. Don't quit the race because the finish line is a little bit farther than you go, because any progress you make is, guess what? Is progress. You're going farther and farther away from the starting line, and you're getting closer and closer to that finish, so don't give up. Number 2, exercise regularly. You know, you want to go ahead and you want to know your body type as well, because certain body types are going to dictate how you exercise, how you get into shape, if you need to gain muscle or if you need to lose weight, right? And so don't do cardio, for example. Don't do endless cardio if you're an ectomorph. If you're lean and long, you know, and you have a hard time packing on muscle, don't do a lot of cardio because that could have the opposite effect, right? Learn what high intensity interval training is. I highly suggest that. That is your training to where you're doing sprints and then you're resting for a little bit, or walking, sprints, resting and walking. And it's not just for running. You can use high intensity interval training for many different areas of exercise. It really, really works. Think basketball players, right? They're running up and down the court all the time. They're usually very lean and very muscular, right? Because they do lift weights, but they're getting lots of high activity sprints and then some resting for a little bit as you're at one side of the court. Sprint and then some rest. So think about that and how that works. But don't let excuses stop you. You know, there's plenty of ways to learn that cost nothing. You know, people say I have to get a personal trainer. I can't afford a personal trainer. Guess what? YouTube and the internet is a very, very good resource. Now you're gonna have a lot of different information, a lot of contradictory information, but the way I've built myself and the way that I've trained over the several years that I've trained is I've learned and read from YouTube and the internet, tried it out myself, and then saw how the results happened. So I saw what worked for me, and I pretty soon realized what is truth and what is kind of a myth. And so you want to do the same. Also, you want to make sure that you don't compare yourself to other people. You know, you're going to go in and you're going to see people who may have been working out for a very, very long time. You may feel insecure. You may feel like, hey, I can't go in here and lift because all these people in this gym know what they're doing and I'm going to look, you know, like a fool. Guess what? 99% of the people that are in the gym don't care. In fact, most of them will probably help you if you ask for help. I know I'm one of those people that if you ask for help, I will help you. And those people who are like maybe filming you or making fun of you or laughing at you, you know what? They're going to be like that in every aspect of life. So not just the gym, they're going to be jerks in real life. Just ignore them, do what you need to do, Focus on yourself because you love yourself, and you'll do great. Number 3, do it for yourself. Do it for you. You know, the best quote I heard, and I wish I remember who it originated from because I loved it. And the quote was, don't do it because you hate your body. Do it because you love yourself. And so I think that's very, very important. You want to love yourself. You want to care enough about yourself that you want to be in the best shape possible. Now, I'm a person, to be honest with you, I don't care about people's sizes. Like really, I don't care what kind of size. They don't have to be stick figures. They don't have to be a certain size. I don't care. But what I do care about, because I have so many loved ones who's had issues, health issues, is I just want them to be healthy. I just want them to have productive lives. I just want them to be able to enjoy life by being healthy and being in shape. And that is, again, that doesn't mean that you need to be a stick figure. That doesn't mean you have to be a certain weight. It just means that you want to do it for yourself because you love yourself. You want to be around for a long time for your loved ones. It's interesting because many times I hear people say, you know what, these people who work out and who take care of their bodies, they're narcissistic, they're vain, they just care about themselves, they're all into themselves. And part of that's true because they are interested in being the best version of themselves. But you know what? They just want to be around for a long time and stay healthy. You know, the opposite thing can be said about people who don't want to be in shape, is that they're kind of being selfish and just think about themselves because they may not be around for their loved ones. And I hear people say all the time, you know, hey, I just want to go happy. You know what? I just want to live and just go happy. Well, guess what? Heart disease, heart failure, heart attacks, that's not going happy. I've seen it all. Diabetes, that is not going happy. That's being miserable and having a miserable end to your life. And also it's very hard on your loved ones. So once again, love yourself and do it for you because you care about yourself and your loved ones. I feel bad when I fall into bad eating habits and I start eating bad and I'm craving the sodas, I'm craving the sweets. Again, I have a really big sweet tooth and I realize that I'm not really happy, I'm not really energetic like I usually am. Let me stop and correct myself. Now, I'm not saying that you have to go all in and you can never treat yourself to anything, you can never enjoy yourself. What I'm saying is that it may be hard, but like everything, it gets easier. Just stay on course and I'm sure you'll do well. Thanks for joining me and I will see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, just finished up another podcast and I'm so glad you guys tuned in this week to my Rodney Weekly. And I just want to say this, look, I understand that sometimes this country or people may look at a certain physique and say, this is what you need to look like, this is what you should be like. And I want to say once again, I am not into somebody looking a certain part. What I'm into is people being healthy, and that's what I want for you. And so as you go out there and as you strive to be healthier, do it for you. I can never say it enough. Do it for you. Do it because you love yourself. And I hope that I can inspire, encourage, and motivate all of you guys as we navigate this thing called life. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys in another video.